So you're thinking about selling your house, and it could be in the next 3 months. Let's say it's winter and you're thinking about selling in spring and you're wondering what you should do to improve the value of your home. Well, the big ticket items are decluttering and painting and then staging your home. And there are other things that people often think, should I put in a new kitchen? Should I put in a new bathroom? But what about the little 1%ers, the little things that can make a tiny difference to a buyer's perception on how they see your home? The little things I'm talking about are things that you've probably had in your home for a while, and if you're like me, you don't see them anymore. Maybe they're, you've worked around them, or you've gotten used to them, you just haven't got around to fixing them yet. Those are the things that you need to go through your home and address. So things that I'm talking about are light switches that don't work anymore, and you probably need an electrician to come and have a look, but you just haven't got round to doing that yet. It could be where carpet's fraying and you haven't had it mended, or where it's bubbled, where the carpet has ripples in it and it needs to be pulled, stretched again, and you've just, put a rug over it and not worried about it. It could be things like power points that don't work. It could be gutters, for example, that have got rust on them. The oven door maybe doesn't shut properly. Maybe there's some knobs missing on some of your cupboards, your cabinetry, in your bathroom, your laundry, or your kitchen. It could be that some of those doors don't open and close properly, or the drawers don't open and close properly, and you've just gotten used to it and worked around it. It could be windows that don't open and shut, doors that don't close properly, a doorbell that doesn't work. There's a number of items that we just deal with when we own a house and live in a house, and we forget that these can actually be really important to a buyer. When a buyer goes through the home, they're looking for all the reasons why they don't want to buy the home, as much as they're looking for the reasons why they do want to buy the home. And all those little repair jobs add up in their mind, and they think, if they're not fixing the little things, how are we going with the big things? Is the roof going to leak? What sort of trouble am I going to have when I start trying to fix these things if they haven't done it already for sale? And it can take thousands of dollars off the price that they're willing to pay for your home, or they just might not want to buy it at all. So it's really worth investing whatever it takes to go through and fix those little issues all the way through your home. Don't just think, I can leave it, it doesn't matter, it's not important. They're little, it won't cost the buyer hardly anything to fix it. Because if it was going to cost you all up, let's say 2 or 3 grand, a buyer is going to drop their price by 10 to 15 for those little repairs. So it is really worth going through now, if you've got time, before you're putting your house on the market. Go through with a buyer's eyes, find all the little issues, and if you can't do it, ask your agent to go through, and they can look at it with fresh eyes and see all the little things that you need to just put a little bit of time and money into, to make sure you get the absolute most you can when you go to put your home on the market.